This is how you can completely eliminate your craving. So people's biggest struggles when they're trying to lose weight is all the cravings. And no matter what plan they're on, whether they go for a restricted fad diet like keto, they fast, or they just try to completely eliminate sugar or their favorite foods as a whole, they might stop going out on weekends because they feel like their weekends is the problem. It's where they binge eat, so they stop attending social events. The reality is all these approaches are not sustainable and are not going to be sustainable for life. Yes, they might get you results, but they're not going to be sustainable results. And when you go back to your normal life after, 6-week challenge being in a diet, you're just going to reverse the progress and put the weight back on. So I'm going to tell you guys how we can completely eliminate these cravings without having to do such restriction and still lose fat in a sustainable way. So let's talk about why cravings actually happen, right? Everyone gets cravings. It's completely normal. People will see food as comfort foods, whether the food is healthy or whether it's not. Some people crave fruits, some people crave chocolate, some people crave pizzas. There's all different types of stuff that people crave. Some people just crave food late at night, no matter what it is. They just like to watch something and eat a lot of food. There are so many reasons, whether it's, due to stress with your life. You've had a big day at work, things haven't gone your way, and you just would like nothing more to just relax and have your way with food, and not in that way. And of course, when you give into these cravings, it's not going to be helping the fact, especially if you're trying to lose, fat. It's not going to be helping your goal because you're just going to feel guilty when you binge eat. You're going to feel frustrated. It's just not going to be good feelings all around. So the approach that we use on our program to help our clients lose 5 to 10 kilos in their first 90 days without restriction, without cutting out their favorite foods or social events, is our 20-cent shop approach, which basically means that 20% of their calories is being used towards their favorite foods, these snacky, indulgent foods, and the other 80% is on foods that support their nutritional goals. No, it does not mean that 80% has to be the healthiest, most whole foods, because I understand that people are busy, people have hectic lives, and sometimes it's convenient for people to get like meal deliveries where it's not exactly, completely whole food. There might be some stuff in them, but they're still decently healthy meals and they're convenient. They're going to help them hit their goals. But then of course our other 20% is going to be foods that don't really support nutritional goals and are more just for the soul and for, treating those cravings. 20% is a good amount because it's still enough to treat your craving, but it's not enough to completely do your day of eating. It's not enough to completely take you off of your nutritional goals and to stop you from hitting them. And getting back to my point with like the foods not having to be like super most healthy, you could get like a chocolate protein shake, for example, and this still technically supports your nutritional goals. It has protein in it, like a Rokeby Farms one. It tastes great. It would treat your cravings. It would also support your nutritional goals. So this is still technically including that 80%. The 20% is purely for foods that do not have any effect, that do not, help your protein, don't give you good value for your calories, and are purely just for the soul. So why does this work long term better than a restrictive fad diet? Yes, the results might be slightly slower, but they're guaranteed. They're going to be accurate with the right plan. You're going to learn how to eat in moderation. You're going to learn better portion sizing. And it's something, being able to treat yourself every day is going to play into the weekend as well. If you restrict yourself all week, you're going to go into the weekend with intense cravings. As soon as you go out to a social event, you're going to have such bad temptations as well. Whereas if you just stop treating these foods like they're special and let yourself have it in moderation portion each day, when you get to the weekend, you're not going to be like, I need this, I have to have this. You're going to be like, I can eat this every day, so why should I have to binge eat this? I can go and eat this on Monday if I want to, a bit of ice cream, or I can get a pizza. I might get a protein pizza during the week. So this is going to work long term because it's something actually sustainable, and it's going to help you maintain your results and progress as well. So you finally lose the weight, but then you can still use the same old plan. You'll have even more calories as soon as you lose the weight because you can just start maintaining. You might try and lean gain and put on some muscle, and you'll still be able to treat yourself with these favorite foods in moderation. So it's definitely a win-win long term using this strategy. If you're someone though that even if you had this plan in place, you're still treating yourself daily and you still feel like the weekends would be really tough, and you still feel like you overeat on the weekends and binge eat, we do a free game plan call where we can give you a free plan of action and we can target it around your weekends and basically stop yourself from self-destructing on the weekend. We've got plenty of other strategies that we use for our clients. Do not think you are the only one who is incapable and binge eats on the weekend. With the right plan and the right strategies, trust me, you will be able to still get results while enjoying your weekend and your social life. So if you want to claim this free game plan call, just go to my Instagram at landonquinn.coaching and just message me the word weekend. That way I'll know you came from this YouTube video and I'll get you sorted.